But Joel, I was just kind of giving the miniature rundown of what we are going to be doing today.
Yeah.
I know this is more fresh in your head, and you're the one that was bringing up the topics. But can you give a better explanation to people what a Fantastic Four is?
So one of our buddies proposed like you guys should probably do like a Mount Rushmore or top four of a certain category. And I said, oh, like a Fantastic Four, because fuck Mount Rushmore. I mean, I respect that the land and everything, but a Fantastic Four better like our top four in this category. I have some subcategories just gonna pick out four, and I think I picked a good one for Brian too at the end. If it goes somewhere else, our top four of that category, really cool. I don't know if we want to discuss it a little or we just lock it in and we discuss from there, but that's pretty much it. We just top four and we kind of talk about it.
Let us get right into it. So you said that you're going to be handling the subjects of discussion for this thing. So why don't we just get right to it, Joel? Hit me with what we're going to be debating today.
Debating, locking in. We don't even have to agree, but we could have our own. But all right, Brian, first one. Top four Gundams. Fantastic Four.
Oh God.
I told you I'll bring it. I was bringing it. I told you.
Okay.
I haven't put too much thought. I was thinking about it a little bit on my drive today, my commute, but not too much.
Well, I think I know which one that you're gonna. I know one of your answers. I think I do. So I guess. How do we want to do this? Do we want to just go one at a time, or do we want
to? Okay. How about there's one we can? I'll pick a couple we can collaborate on, but otherwise let's just lock in our own. I think that's a good idea.
Okay. So, in no particular order, I think the first one that I will nominate is the Alex from War in the Pocket. It's a very, I think when I look back on it, when I think of like upgrades to, because back then this is what the idea of, you have the RX-78-2, the OG, and then at that period of time it's like, okay, how can we upgrade from that? I always thought the Alex was a very interesting progression, just because I don't know, it just looked more futuristic at the time, because like what War in the Pocket didn't come out until what date? I mean, let me look it up.
I want to say 80, 90s,
because I know it's like 0080, but I don't know if it actually came out in the 80s. War in the Pocket. War in the Pocket came out. Come on, Google. So War in the Pocket came out in 89. Okay. So it's like nearing the end of the 80s. So like at that time, we had Zeta, we had Double Z, we had I think Mobile Fighter G Gundam was before that.
They were working on it at that time.
But like I always looked at the Alex and I was like, damn, this is the upgrade. Like even like the new Gundam, even though like the new Gundam, yes, has like all the fancier like gadgets, I always kind of like the design of the Alex better. Just like it still has that
Gatling guns. That's why
I was so, when I first found out about the Alex when I was playing Journey to Jaburo, I got so infatuated with those Gatling guns. Dude, it's
cool.
It's pretty cool. It's too bad that they never really, because I think they never really actually like explained a lot more what the Alex could do as like an upgrade to the Gundam. It had a very short like lifespan, but like to me, I feel like it was a really cool addition to the Gundam line. I'll leave it at that. How about you? What's your first?
I think you already know. It's pretty obvious. I think. You could say it, Brian. You could say it.
Does it sound like ud and rhymes with cock?
Oh my god. I didn't know we were going there today, but yes. Talking about upgrades to the ARC-78 to Grandpa. I actually wasn't even thinking about this one today, but I think it has a spot. I'm gonna put over Grandpa. The Mudrock first appeared in Gundam Zeonic Front on the PS2. Basically, it's a Gundam with a beam rifle, right? It has like propulsion jets to move faster, and it has two beam sabers like Grandpa, but it has like two big mounted cannons like the gun cannon. I really like its color scheme. I still have it unbuilt. It's like my holy grail, but I really love that Gundam.
Really, unbuilt?
Yeah, I've just been putting it off. One day I'm just gonna build it and have fun.
I mean, because I was fairly unaware about the Mudrock until you actually had me play Zeonic Front, like for real, and it kept whipping my ass. But I would have to like give it to you on that because, like even in like the Breaker games that we've been playing. The Mudrock is always an addition that they keep adding on to like the games. Like it's even though how niche it is, it's always been around. Like you don't forget about the Mudrock, so I can give it that.
Muddy.
It's mud.
Piloted by not a new type, so definitely gets his ass kicked by Special Ops Zeon. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see. Let me brainstorm real quick. Because I have to be very careful. There's a lot of Gundams that I could choose from right now that... you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go with Unicorn. I think the Unicorn is a very solid Gundam from the more recent series of Gundams. It's unique in its way that it's supposed to kind of harken back to the original, but then at the same time, they give it enough of its own character to kind of push it through. And it's weird because when you look at the Unicorn series, like you have the Unicorn, you have the Banshee, and then if you include the movie, there's the Phoenix. But you know, main character aside, you know, you can say what you want about Banager. The Unicorn, I don't know. It just has such an interesting design, like having it be like the all white, like unicorn form, and then when it fully unleashes, just popping out with like all of like the red. I don't even know what you call it, like under armor.
The NT frame, fuck.
The NT frame, yeah. I guess it would be the NT frame, but just the overall like package I think is cool. And even I think the only thing that I don't necessarily care about it is its full armor form, just because it's like, let's just slap on a bunch of fucking guns on this thing.
Yeah, Gatling guns, two extra shields or whatever.
I have the backpack for in Breaker 4 of the full armor Unicorn, and it like has like 2 bazookas, like 2 racks of missiles. I think it has like a giant like rocket tank on the back of it. It has
Anaheim, you know.
Anaheim went big. So but besides that, I think Unicorn is a very solid choice. I know it's a little mainstream and a little bit out there and open, but I mean, there's a reason why I, like, to this day, I have one like on my shelf, you know.
Good choice. That series is a good love letter to like if you've watched like Char's Counterattack, Mobile Suit Gundam Zeta, ZZ. There's a lot of mobile suits that reappear. It's a good
It's
thing.
it's a good series, and also it's kind of like a breaking of the chains kind of deal. Like everything that the mainline series has fought up until this point is like, you know what? Fuck this shit. There's a conspiracy, and we need to break it wide open.
Oh God.
New types are real.
It rhymes like Bloss's locks. You're gonna hear
and
about
they
it
won't let you forget it.
Fuck no. That stinger though, ending with Banshee was pretty hype. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, what? Oh man. Getting to the next episode.
The Norn.
I think the next one I'll say for me is Turn A. I really like it. I think it's
You're a big Turn A
niche
boy.
Than Mud Rock, but it's basically the Gundam series is supposed to end all the Gundam series. Of course, they made Rekonisa and G, which is supposed to be like a sequel to that. But like basically all
Wait,
Gundam
really?
lines. I think so. Yeah, I've been.
Is it in the universe?
I think so.
Oh damn!
But basically, all Gundam timelines eventually lead to Turn A, and Turn A and Turn X are so bullshit powerful, but so cool and so different. Sid Mead designed this Gundam. I didn't like the design at all, but as time goes by, I really like the Turn A and what it does. And Lauren, the pilot, he's pretty cool, and you know, he's just a space boy trying to explore Earth. He's not trying to fight, you know, and of course everyone's telling him to fight, so it's interesting. And he does, you know. They have the beam rifle, they got the hyper hammers, they got nukes. It's all there, and something beyond a nuke, you know. And I think what I really like about it too is the ending. The ending is very sci-fi in a way I like. Not you know, Double O I think did a cool sci-fi thing, but for me it didn't hit as hard. And I think even Char's Counterattack and Unicorn have like a sci-fi-ish ending. But you know, I think the sci-fi ending of Char's Counterattack is always at least for us, we joke about it, is overshadowed by she was a mother to me, you know.
It's like,
yeah, like what
okay, Char.
And Amuro's like humping a chair, you know. So yeah,
it's very funny when we showed us of the Char's Counterattack, they were like, this has ruined Char for me.
Oh yeah. If you look back, he's not great at all.
He's not good. He's not a good guy at all. Let's be clear.
It's just like, it really just solidifies like, oh, he is. He's better when he was younger, I guess. No, not really. But yeah, Turn A for 2.
Okay. Oh man. You know, it's times like this where it like makes it really hard.
I'm looking at mine too.
Yeah.
For those who have it, who can see. If I don't mess up the mic here. Oh, let me move this.
Oh yeah, his mega wall.
Yeah. There's like poster of Grandpa, and then there used to be way more, but
man, I feel like I'm like choosing very obvious ones.
hey, man,
But I guess it doesn't matter because it's
wanted.
mine.
Yeah, it's yours.
I'm gonna do the Wing Zero from Endless Waltz.
Oh, it's classic.
I mean, it doesn't live long, but damn, does it have from entrance to ending? It has a fucking badass just lifespan of the pod ejecting and Hero getting into it, bursting out with like actual like posable wings, just flapping through space, going down back to Earth. And to this day, I think it's one of the most badass ways to like send off like the main like Gundam character, like the main Gundam of the series, with just like full power twin like laser cannons, and each fire is just like blowing off pieces of itself to the point where it can barely hold up its own guns. Yeah, I wish I had it out. I don't have my universe figure out at the moment, but I mean, yeah, how badass could you be with like, because I think what there's been other Gundams with like wings per se, but like,
Or they legit like transform and fly like Zeta.
like yeah, but like this was like the first time I remember seeing like actual actual like mechanical wings that were made to look real, and they somehow pulled it off. So, Wing Zero, Endless Waltz.
And watching that movie on Toonami back in the day, man, I was like, oh, they're making a Gundam movie? I already like Gundam. I was like, oh, this is sick, you know? So,
And it was a long movie too. It's almost a 3-hour movie.
is it? I gotta check, but I have it on Blu-ray.
We double checked it a little while ago. It's like it's super long. Like the unedited version is super long.
Okay, I don't know if I watched the unedited version, but yeah, it's a Christmas movie.
Christmas movie.
I'm gonna say Gundam Gujan or Gujin from Iron Blooded Orphans. It's the one with the giant axe. It has the arms that come out. Has a clamp for fucking killing bastards. Oh man, that Gundam was raw as fuck.
So, are we talking about the original one or the remake?
Oh, I think that's the one I have the remake or rebake.
Remake, okay.
Whatever it's called. It just left such a. I still think about it. Like its transformation mode. It's like final scene with the Barbatos, like last stand. So good. It hits hard. It knows what it does, and it just goes out like, if I'm gonna go, you're going to. You know, it just so good. You know, they have to like jack in essentially to the fucking Gundam for it to fully process. Man.
Oh, dude, I just. So I was looking up the Guzan because it went through like 3 different revisions.
Yeah, it did.
So it had its original like stocky form, and then it had the rebake, and then it had the rebake full city.
I think that's the one with the gun, like has a big ass gun too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's
a solid choice. Aibo is really good. Like
low fucking burn, but goddamn, when it hits, it's like raw as fuck, man.
I appreciated Aibo for the universe setting up the fact that like particle beam weapons were like outlawed, and for like the longest time, you were only dealing with like physical, like melee weapons and like machine guns for the longest time up until like nearing the end of the series, and so it gave it more of a grounded kind of atmosphere as far as like the combat goes. It's just having the Barbatos come in fucking clubbing people with its fucking mace and
katanas and cannons and shit. Oh man.
And then Gyusan with his giant axes.
Yeah, and giant clamps, man. Oh, that was. He's like bleeding, going. I was like, I'm still gonna fucking crush you, even if they kill me right here. Like, oh my god. So good, so good.
So I chose 3 already. So this is my last one. I need to think good and hard.
Well, Brian's thinking, I got it ready. I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm gonna say Gundam Maxter from fucking G Gundam,
America.
pro-patriotic America. As long as we're talking about Mount Rushmore, but you know, it's goofy, it's fun, and you know, it loses, but still, like it'll win with like friendship and shit, and it's just you know, it's our home Gundam. We gotta rep it, even though it's goofy as fuck. Football pads, boxing gloves, football helmet, dual Magnum surfboard. It's just a good time, man. Good fun.
Good old patriotic neo-American goodness.
Chibbity Crockett.
Why have one thing when you can have all of the things that make America great? This is really hard because I'm on the fence between 2. And it has to be because I'm thinking
also we're talking if it affects your decision. An honorable mention. I'm definitely going to throw in one honorable mention for sure.
Okay.
I think I could swap out with any of these. Or maybe 2. Yeah, I got 2. I can swap out.
Okay. If we're doing honorable mentions, I think it makes it a little bit easier for me. So for my last pick for my Fantastic Four, I am gonna choose Exia, because
Solid.
when I found out that Double O was a thing, was by random chance, because back in the day, back when ECW, the revival kit was on TV, it was on the Sci-Fi Network. And I just remember one day I was watching ECW and I was like over. And then for a period of time, Sci-Fi Network had like an anime block.
Yeah, they did.
And it's like, oh, Gundam 00. And it's like, there's a new Gundam series? What the fuck? Like, and this was after they stopped really airing Gundam series in like North America. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, excuse the fuck me. And then I just remember the first episode when it was the almighty cola sour. He was doing his demonstration on like the new like mobile suits that they were making, and then all of a sudden Setsuna and the Exi just come crashing in and just wiping the floor with them right away. And it's like, yep, this is how you start a series. Just beat the shit out of the hot shit guy and then just take off. But yeah, it's just like a nice sleek design. I don't have the original out. I do have Devil Quanta, but it's like
movie, right?
Yeah, but it's like like you think about like the same design. It's like this is when they started doing like the more sleeker,
very anime
design, and then also like the GN drive where it's like kind of like solar energy, so it was like green energy, but just like the Trans Am feature, like having like the main character Gundams have this cool transformation, and then later on in the series, like the enemy finds out about it, so it's like everybody's getting Trans Am. Mm-hmm. But then, as far as the Exia goes, just like talk about like an all-in-one package. Like, I personally think that the Exia did a better job than what I think they're trying to do with the Strike Gundam in Seed. Where like the Strike Gundam was built to be like a modular mobile suit that can kind of like do with what you need to do. You know, slap on a big, you know, Gatling gun on them or slap on a bunch of swords. Where I think Exia is a little bit more pleasant to look at. But then also you have everything there. It's like his blaster is also a giant fucking sword that like flings out. He has multiple knives that he can just like throw at people, and he's lightning fast, and he's not crowded with a whole bunch of like gear, kind of like how the Seed Gundams were. So, and I think it's what got me back into like being a more active Gundam fan, because like for a while I was just kind of stagnant for a long while, and then Double O is what got me like fully back into like, I need to see everything Gundam coming out now. I need to go. So. And also the intro to season 2, when like the Exi is all fucked up, it's missing an arm, and Setsuna just throws a cloak over it. Yeah, and have the red eye that's just glowing in the darkness. Oh man,
it's pretty good.
If they have a model of that, I want it.
We were watching it. Me, Marcelo, and Ben were watching it at Marcelo's mom's house for a weekend or whatever, just hanging out. And we were just like invested. We were like, we got to keep going. Marcelo like downloaded it or found it somewhere. And his mom's like, you guys need to get out of the house. You've been inside for too long. But we were having a damn good time, you know, just watching binging Gundam 00. So it was fun.
All right.
But yeah, I think before you do your honorable mentions, two that I could switch out with anyone. My Fantastic Four. I'm gonna say Death Scythe Hell. This is just that boy. It made an impression on me. You know, I love all the original Fire from Wing, but like that one just it's so cool, and you know it's all very melee based. And then shout out to, you know, it's still in my head, still fresh. I just finished it. I'm gonna say the Mercury. It's just really cool.
Oh, Ariel.
The Ariel. It's just it's cool. it's it's
It's
not,
hard to blame you, dude. It's hard to blame you.
It
I mean,
still
look at
looks
this
like
thing.
the original. It does some crazy thing. Yeah, the aerial's great, and it's if you know about the aerial.
Gundam High School.
Yeah. Oh, until it's not. Until it's
not.
fucking not. It's fucking not.
Until
But,
politics come back.
Politics of war. Did you forget it was about war?
Oh man.
Yeah, Mercury.
The aerial's actually a good choice too.
Yeah, you could switch out those two with any of the 4 I said.
Like the aerial's definitely like yes, recency bias aside, like it's still like a very really well designed Gundam. My honorable mention, I would have to. I'm gonna kind of combine it because I have a hard time choosing either or because I feel like they're both kind of in the same category. But Shining and Burning Gundam. I think it's a Gundam that punches and kicks and has the glowy hand that you.
Yeah.
And in an extension, you can even say the Master Gundam too, as like the trifecta. But I mean,
get mad.
The King of Hearts.
Mikey.
But yeah,
Build Mr. Gundam. Damn.
I'm actually excited because the last year Amazon had the exclusive hyper mode Burning Gundam, and this year they announced that they're going to have hyper mode Master Gundam. So I'm going to get that. I'm going to have them side by side, and they're gonna do like the back to back pose.
Oh hell yeah!
Going like that. It's gonna be sick. But yeah, that will do it for the Gundam Fantastic Four. So
yeah.
I guess for people watching on YouTube, let us know what you think your Fantastic Four Gundams are in the comments below. And, do all the algorithm stuff that YouTube will really like, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. And let us know if you want to see more Fantastic Four content, because this, I kind of like it. It's kind of fun to just get each other's opinions on like what our favorite stuff is in a certain thing.